Morning students, I am Professor Mahavir Prasad. I am today going to teach you the operating cycle, which is one of the most important topic for working capital management. So before operating cycle, just I am going to teach you about the basic concept of working capital. So there are two types of expenses, capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. So capital expenditures are for longer period of time. Means if I am making expenditure for the purchase of land, building, furniture, machines, so these are the expenses where heavy amounts are being involved. And revenue expenditures means which are the day-to-day expenditures like electricity bill, payment of salaries. So these are the revenue expenditures which occurred in our day-to-day life. So under revenue expenditure there comes working capital. So working capital means what? Means day-to-day expenses of any type of business. So under day-to-day expenses, important decisions related to day-to-day expenses are being taken. So these are the basic meaning of working capital. So under working capital, there comes operating cycle. So what is the meaning of operating cycle? If any business starts, then operating cycle is the main thing which are being involved, and operating cycle involves in all types of business. Okay, so operating cycle will always starts with the cash and will always ends with the cash. So operating cycle states that how much time it is taking after investing cash in a particular business and how much time it will take to get back that cash or that amount, how much time it will take. So operating cycle will start with the cash. Just here I am giving you the clear picture about the operating cycle, and I request all the students to prepare this cycle in your examination also, so that it will help you a lot to get maximum marks. Just I am going to deal with the operating cycle. So be in your mind that operating cycle will start with the cash. Just I am giving you an example. For example, if any businessman invested their money for the purchase of raw material, so that investment will always start with the cash. For example, in any type of restaurant, if any owner of the restaurant want to purchase their day-to-day expenses like raw materials includes vegetables, rice, chicken, mutton, all these are the raw materials which are being used. So first of all, they collected cash from somewhere and they purchased the raw materials. So what raw materials includes the vegetables, rice, and all these things. So after that, they make the use of that raw materials in their kitchen, that is in work in progress. For example, if someone will come or approaches to the restaurant and they order things, so that things, that vegetable items or rice are being prepared in the kitchen, so they are in work in progress. So after that, when all these things will be completed, will be converted into the finished goods, they are being sold. So when the customer will approach to the restaurant and they will demand for different things like rice, paneer, vegetables, chicken, so they are being sold. Okay. So when the after selling, when the cash will be received by the people, so again the cash will be received. So what is going on here? The first, the restaurant owner is investing. After that, restaurant owner is purchasing the raw material. They are converting the raw material into work in progress and finished goods. Then they are selling the things in the market or in their restaurant, and again they are getting their cash. But here one term is being used, debtor. Who are debtors? Means there are some situations when the people after buying things they do not make payments. For example, in the restaurant, if the restaurant owner had invested their money to purchase the raw material or converting it into work in progress or finished goods, and they are ready to sell in the market. But there are some people who, after consumption of food in the restaurant, they told that they will pay later. So they are the debtors. So debtors are the individuals who pay money later. So the concept of debtors states that when anyone sell goods on credit. So here the restaurant owner is selling goods on credit. So what happens here? Here the money is being blocked. Means if someone will purchase goods and services on credit, at that time creditors are being arised, but here the restaurant owner is selling their food item on credit, at that time debtors are being maintained. Means the restaurant owner is not getting their money whatever they had invested. So again this process are being followed by the another customers, another, so same thing is being happened, but always debtors are not being maintained. If many times debtors will come, if the many times the restaurant owner will sell goods on credit, then the business will be in loss. So operating cycle states that whatever money is being invested, that is in the form of cash, so how much time it is again taking to get back this cash item. So it is very necessary that whatever money I am investing, that how much time it is taking to get back my money. So we have, for the efficient or for the making maximum profit or for the smooth running of the business, it is very necessary to have less debtors. We can take the example of KFC, we can take the example of pizza. We cannot buy, and we usually do not buy pizza or KFC items on credit. We simply pay in cash to purchase these items. That's the reason that these businesses are running very efficiently. So we should not maintain the liberal credit policy in any type of business. If we will maintain liberal credit policy and if we will allow maximum credit to the individuals, then then our money will be blocked here and we will not get back our money. So it will be very difficult to again purchase the raw materials and work in progress, and these all things will not be run efficiently. So I think this operating cycle is clear to you. In the next class, I will discuss about the different dimensions of working